What did our team see in the Calgary real estate market for September 2023? Well, overall, it's still a seller's market despite the Bank of Canada keeping rates the same. I'm going to share 5 things with you, and after that, I'm going to share what prices are doing for each property type and show you a graph so you can visually see what's happening. Okay, so the first of 5 things is number 1, home buyers who were sitting on the fence from the last 1.5 to 2 years is coming back to the market. One of the reasons why is because of the interest rate hold from the Bank of Canada, but they've also seen for the condo buyers that prices have just kept going up. And so they're wondering, what am I gonna lose out on if I were to wait even longer? 2, home buyers are still hesitant to compete on properties. What I mean by this is if there's a hot property, there's multiple buyers that will write an offer, and they do not want to compete in that situation. Here's the thing that you guys have to understand as home buyers. If you submit an offer, you will have a chance of winning, and you should put your best foot forward with your best offer. If you don't submit an offer, then you have 0 chance of winning. So in my opinion, if your real estate agent advises you not to compete, I personally think that is really ill advice. Number 3, home sellers are dropping their price. I've been doing a lot of searches for our buyers, and a lot of the times when I'm doing searches, I'm finding, and our team, that a lot of the properties have decreased their price, sometimes as much as half of the properties that we're searching for. Number 4, this is a continuation, but condos and lower priced homes are in more demand. And the 5th one is legal basement suites that are brand new are renting for as much as $1,600, sometimes even more. Now I'm gonna talk about price. And when I'm referring to price, I'm talking about the benchmark price. Now the benchmark price is a representation of the monthly price of a typical home based on its attributes, such as the size, the location, and the number of bedrooms. Now, each community has its own benchmark price and its own typical home. So if you're interested in knowing what the benchmark price for your specific community or the communities that you are looking in, reach out to us privately and we'll be happy to send that over to you. By the way, guys, my name is Felix Chan, Calgary realtor and mortgage broker with Real Broker. Let's go. For detached pricing, they pretty much stayed the same. Now I'm gonna pull this chart up and you can see that from the last 3 months, prices have stayed relatively the same. So in July, it was $690,500, August, $696,700, and in September, $696,100. And if you wanna see a chart because you're a visual person, check out this graph here. This is a monthly graph of the Calgary detached homes from September 2022 until September 2023. Calgary detached home prices started moving high in January, and we started to round off and stabilize over the last few months. Now, typically there is a correction in the real estate market after so many months of increases, but we may just stabilize and flatten out as the correction this time around. Now, if you own a detached home in Calgary and you're interested in selling it, then it would take about 25 days to sell. It is a little bit longer compared to the last 3 months, and here they are. In July, it was 22 days on market, August was 24, and September was 25. Calgary semi-detached home prices pretty much stayed the same as well. In July, it was $616,800, August $623,200, and in September went down slightly to $621,300. Now since May, it's been floating between $600 and $623. If you want to see a chart, because you're a visual person, check out the graph here. Okay, so this again is a monthly chart from September 2022 until today. You can see that we're tapering off now, and it looks like we could be stabilizing or correcting slightly. You can see that by the green bar line, we are at higher sales numbers than the same time last year. And if you owned a semi-detached home in Calgary and you're thinking about selling, it would take you 26 days to sell on average. In July, it was 20. In August, it was 22, and September, it did increase by 4 days to 26. Now, based on all the property types I'm covering today, semi-detached prices are showing signs of slowing, but it is still a seller's market. Calgary townhomes made record high prices so far this year in September. In July, it was $407,500, August $413,200, September $419,400. Again, this is every single month since September 2022. And you can see that by the red line, we are still on a strong upward trend. Sales, which is the green bar, are elevated compared to 1 year ago, so demand is stronger. If you owned a townhome and you wanted to sell, then it would take you about 21 days. In July, it was 19, August was 20, and September is 21. Hopefully, this information has been helpful so far. If so, please let me know by typing helpful in the comments. This will help us determine what we should talk about in our monthly real estate market updates for the Calgary market. And lastly, for apartments, they did hit a record high for pricing this year in September. In July, it was $305,900, August $309,100, which is the previous high. And in September is $312,800. And here's the monthly chart from September 2022. You can see by the red line, it is still going for the moon. Now, this makes sense given the lower price point for Calgary real estate. Now, if you wanted to sell your apartment in Calgary, it would take you about 28 days based on September's numbers. In July, it was 28 days on the market, and August 30. So we're a little bit shorter than last month. Our advice for buyers is don't wait for the perfect interest rate or for a great price. Instead, make your decision based on what you need for you and your family. For sellers, because of all the price reductions I'm seeing, don't get overly greedy. Make sure you price it at market expectations so that you can get your home sold within a reasonable amount of time. If this info was helpful, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when our videos come out next. My name is Felix Chan, Calgary Realtor and Mortgage Broker with the LiveInnerCity Real Estate team at Real Broker, and we'll see you in the next video.